I'm facing 6 challenges for the Ice King from Adventure Time today. It should be a whole lot of fun. How well can I remember the Ice King? I don't think that bad. I feel like as a character, they're fairly straightforward. And so we're kicking off with the From Memory challenge. This means that I'm drawing it just from my own brain. And I don't know, he's a king with a crown, a beard, a cloak. I mean, there's not too much to him, right? So I should be able to do this pretty well. Spoiler alert, it's not right. It's not wrong, but it certainly doesn't rise to the level of accuracy. It just is its own thing. In the end, though, I don't mind the drawing that I drew. It lacks a bit of the finesse of the actual Ice King, but I think it still holds up pretty well. You can see me trying to figure out whether there should be some detailing, like a little bit of hair or whatever coming out of the crown. But I think what we end up with is pretty good and not too bad. I'm a big fan of Adventure Time. There's something about the chaotic storytelling of Adventure Time that I really, really fell in love with. Only recently have I finished all of Adventure Time, and I'm really impressed with how the story develops and where they take the characters and all that stuff. It's just a really fun show, really wacky, cool, interesting styles and ideas. And yeah, I really love the show. What are your thoughts on Adventure Time? We're just wrapping up our ink version here of From Memory. Like I said, I'm not too unhappy with this one. I think it turns out pretty okay. Let's check out the final reveal. With the From Memory done, it's time for me to switch hands, go from my left to my right, and get out there and give it another go. Now, simple shapes on this character means that I'm not completely destroyed by using the wrong hand, but it doesn't work out exactly how I would like. Have you ever tried drawing with the wrong hand or writing with the wrong hand? It can be a really eye-opening experience about how powerfully dexterous your good hand is, your dominant hand. Because it takes me a really long time to draw this character with my wrong hand, because it just takes so much effort to twist my wrist just the way to get it close to what I want, and even then, it's not right. The Ice King's such an interesting character in the development of Adventure Time, because he goes from like pure villain to tragic character to, comic relief all throughout the show. And I think he's a lot of fun. I do really like the way they handle him as a character, and I think the ending he gets is also pretty good. Not that the show relies on endings to adapt the characters greatly, because the ending is really about life and about the stories we tell about our own life, and so the endings are quote unquote endings. So you can see me trying to resize here to get the Ice King sort of fitting in frame. I am having a bit of a hard time. I forgot to change layers, and so I gotta select things very carefully. And yeah, the image is coming together. It's not as crisp as my original, but I can definitely see the Ice King in this one. Who is your favorite character from Adventure Time? I like BMO. BMO makes me very happy. They are fun and nice and cool, and I really like all the different ways they approach life as a weird Game Boy creature. Plus, BMO's backstory is really fun and interesting as well. I, of course, have a soft spot for Jake and Finn because, they're the main characters of the show, but they are, so mainstream that you got to pick a little more obscure. And with that, we're near the end of our Ice King here with the wrong hand. We just got to get a foot in here or two. And you see me delicately trying to get my pen to make a foot, and it's a sickly foot. It's not doing well. It's unhealthy. But you know what? That's art. Let's check out the final reveal of the opposite hand challenge. And now it's time for the closed eye challenge. As always, for posterity, I've zoomed out and you can see my face. I stream this stuff every Tuesday and Thursday. Depending on the day, I'm doing different projects, but over on Twitch, it's a good time. It's a lot of fun. If you want to come hang out while you're working on art or hanging out in the office or whatever you're doing, feel free to pop by. By the way, my name is Patrick. I'm an artist. I like having fun with art, as you can see here in this disaster of a closed eye project. I'm really glad you're here. If you haven't been around before, we're just a community of nice people who like art and like having fun with art. And yeah, I hope you choose to stick around and check out some other videos. For now, we're getting near the end of our closed eye challenge, so we're going to take a moment here, resize this, and get to our final reveal. Now it's time for the 1 minute challenge. I always love a good 1 minute challenge. It gets, you know, the juices flowing. It pushes away the voice. It pushes away the voice inside that says, hey, you need to be better, and just forces you to try and try again. And so you can see me just going at it here, trying to get the lines in there as good as possible. And actually, I really like the way this one turns out. It's got a certain kind of charm about him. Again, it's that speedy style where like you don't have time to go back and you have to sort of commit early and commit often. That creates interesting shapes that I don't necessarily fully intend, but can fully embrace in the end result. We'll get some hands in here and maybe the impression of some feet hanging below, and we'll be ready for the final reveal. And of course, our next challenge is with just my finger. I draw it on an iPad, and so I use an Apple Pencil. And, you know, I throw that all out the window for this challenge, using my finger to try to draw lines. It's tough. My fingers are fat and stubby, and they get in the way, and I can't see, and I can't tell what I'm doing. And all my tools are set up to use an Apple Pen, and so they don't really work well when you're using your finger. And so we get something of an Ice King, but he is a beautiful disaster. I also really like that Adventure Time, the creative team behind it, various people from that went on to make really interesting and cool cartoons. So pretty sure Steven Universe, the creator of Steven Universe, was a big part of Adventure Time. The people who made Over the Garden Wall were former Adventure Time people. And all of these cartoons continue to have the heart and soul of Adventure Time with their own unique expressions and takes. Obviously they're dramatically different, but you can feel some of the charm of Adventure Time pouring through these projects, because they really do have something of the essence of what makes Adventure Time more than just a fun cartoon. And yeah, if you haven't checked out any of those, you probably should. I haven't watched Steven Universe, but honestly, I can't get Steven Universe anywhere because they don't really release those things in an easy and convenient and streamable way. You can see me trying to close up some lines here, just disastrously trying to fix my finger licking good line art. Finger licking good line art? That's a terrible thing to say, but we've said it and life moves forward. This Adventure King has a bit of a like slanted beard. You know, he's not so in control of his beard like the other ones. And so we're sort of just getting that down there. The other thing we lose when we use our finger is we don't get the pressure sensitivity, which is why all the lines are the same weight. And I like a good thick line. Line variance is a lot of fun, if not a complicated part of art. Oh, it's painful watching me try to get this arm in here, but we're there. And I think we're just about at the end here. We just got to finish up this arm, finish up the sleeve, and maybe get some other arms and feet showing. Who's your favorite princess from the world of Adventure Time? I like Slime Princess. She makes me laugh, just as an idea, and then some good stories as well. I also like a big spice princess. Oh my glob! I can't do a great impression, but that's me pretending like I can. What a fun, weird character. Weird characters are all throughout this show. All right, there we go. Let's check out the final reveal of our drawing with our finger. And now we get to luxuriate in the world of drawing with reference. That means that we get to fix many of our mistakes. Most notably, the beard pattern gets a big adjustment here. You can see the spikes coming in nicely, as well as the eyebrows get a little bit more accurate. Turns out he does not have the ears that I thought for sure he had. And of course, his jewels are a lot more further apart and look more like jewels. He is, of course, a very fun character, and drawing him actually with reference means that I get to actually enjoy some of that fun. You can see me here just trying to make sure everything's sort of in line properly with the actual design of the character. The thing that I really missed on the beard is the like sort of anthropomorphic nature of the beard, where it has those like almost hand-like separations from the body, or from the body of the beard, that is. And it turns out he didn't have a big, thick cloak. He just had really skinny arms. And, you know, that's just my bias towards cloaks, I guess. Heard here first, artist bias towards cloaks. People are saying. And yeah, you can see we basically got the better shapes of the Ice King coming in here. It's almost time for us to turn to line art, now that we have a good sense of things. Are there other characters that I should be trying this challenge with? Are there better art challenges that I should be including in this? I would love to hear your suggestions in the comments below. I'm just a guy on the internet trying to have fun, and you know, I learn from lots of other creatives here online, find challenges and ideas. Obviously this one came from Drawfee when I did it for the first time, and I think it's super fun. But look, I'm always looking for more ideas, more fun things to do. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the chat down below. That would be super helpful. I think we're almost at the point where our line art is done here. As I said, I really enjoyed Adventure Time. If you've never checked it out, you should. It's super fun, super cool, and really weird in the best way possible. I like a good weird thing. So you should check it out. And yeah, this is going to be our Ice King with reference. Looking good. And yeah. And that's going to be it for our video today. Thank you so much for being here. These are all of our Ice Kings in its various and sundry forms. Not too bad going throughout, but you know, a bit of a disaster here and there. Thank you so much for joining my disaster today. If you like this kind of thing, there's always another disaster coming, I guess. So subscribe, hit the like button, let me know if you enjoyed this video, and of course, till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!